Welcome to Smex Ed. Class is in session.
I'm your host, Amanda King, and I'm here to teach anybody who wants to fucking listen how to have the audacity to say fuck it to societal standards and live their most authentic life. This podcast is dedicated to bringing the sexual conversations we have behind doors onto the main fucking stage. Because sex, masturbation, squirting, guess what? It is all normal. And by bringing these conversations to the forefront, we help people feel less alone in this world. We help them feel safe. We help them gain their power back. We help them step into their confidence and express themselves sexually in this world unapologetically. Because it takes fucking audacity to be your truest self. And we have a boatloads of audacity all up in this bitch. So let me ask you this. Are you ready for some epic shit?
Good morning, everybody. So this week's focus on sex education content is going to be specifically focusing on pump toys. So we are talking clit pumps, pussy pumps, penis pumps, and we're going to go over what the function of these style pumps are this week. I'm going to showcase some toys that are clit pumps, and I have a clit pump, a pussy pump, and I have a video on a penis pump. I gotta find it. But we're going to go over the functions of all of those, how they help with oral sex and how they help with regular sex, and just things to expect when using these toys, how to use them properly so you don't hurt yourself, and all that jazz. So let's jump into talking specifically about clit and pussy pumps today. So before we jump into the function of a clit pump, let's just talk about the clitoris as a system. So the clitoris as a system, it has 10,000 nerve endings. When you're looking at the clit, the part that is exposed that you see is called the clitoral hood. This can come in a variety of shapes and sizes. It can be tiny, it can be as large as a baby gherkin's pickle. But the overall clitoral system is actually much larger than the piece you see. It typically runs about 4.5 inches long, and it's about 2.5 inches wide, and it goes down your labia. So when you are stimulating the clit, yes, focus on the hood, but also focus on the labia. Clit pumps and pussy pumps are meant to bring blood flow to this area in order to make the area more sensitive. So the way it does this is it creates airflow and pressure around the clit to encourage blood flow to the area. Why do we want blood flow to the genitals? Well, because when blood flows to the genitals, number one, your clit will begin to swell, which causes it to be more sensitive, which causes more intense orgasms, higher frequency of orgasms, all like just a different type of stimulation to this area. So when we are talking about the clit, it usually takes about 20 to 40 minutes for a person to become fully aroused. Like, that's a long freaking time. So clit pumps and pussy pumps, in a way, kind of speed up the swelling of the area and kind of speed up the natural arousal so that you can start experiencing more intense and more frequent orgasms a little bit faster than other style stimulation. Now, pussy pump and clit toys, clit pumps tend to be a popular favorite amongst women because of the fact that they are meant to simulate someone sucking on your clit and or on your lips if you're using a full pussy pump. It's basically mimics oral sex. And so it helps naturally arouse a person while giving them a very nice, like very typically intense sucking sensation, depending on the section you are using. Say that 10 times fast. Clit suction toys and pussy pumps tend to kind of go on each side of the fence. There are people who love them and there are people who hate them. And the reason that a lot of people don't like them is because of the actual sucking sensation that they provide. Because it is fairly intense depending on the toy. The way the toy works is, say this is your clit. You take a toy, this is a clit pump, and you attach the toy to your clit. You turn the toy on, and this nozzle here literally sucks on your clit. So if you try to remove the toy while it's on, it's going to pull on your clit. Same thing with a pussy pump. They're larger, so these are meant to bring in your lips. This one also has a flicking sensation, but it will physically take your skin in like this. That can be a scary feeling to people who have never experienced this type of suction before. Now, clit and pussy pumps aren't meant to be worn for a long duration of time. And don't worry, I'll go over these toys tomorrow. They are meant to be worn for maybe 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. And a lot of the functions of the toys, which you will see tomorrow, is they pull in the skin, they hold it for like 30 seconds, then they release it. Do it again, release it. You want to do this for maybe 5 minutes at most, and I very highly doubt that you're going to need a full 5 minutes in order to do it. And you are going to feel that area swell. And don't get afraid of that. Like, especially if you're using a pussy pump, your lips will begin to swell. So don't freak out. That is the point of the pump. As long as you are taking it on and off and not using it for any duration longer than 5 minutes, it's doing exactly what it's meant to do, and you're gonna be fine. So if you're using these for partner play, this could be something that you slip in during foreplay to get yourself ready for penetration, for oral sex. If you're using these during solo play, a lot of these toys are dual action when they are pussy pumps. So this one, like I said, has the flickering motions and the tongue. This one is meant to be used on your clit, and then once your clit is swollen, you turn it upside down and the bulb vibrates. Like I said, they're not meant to be worn for long durations of time. They are meant to swell the area to make it more sensitive because the blood flows to the area, causing more intense and or frequent orgasms. So make sure that if you buy these style toys, you are using them properly and not keeping them on for long durations of time, because that can cause damage to the tissue in the area. And that is all that I have for you today. Don't worry, tomorrow we're going to be going over each of these toys, talking about the functions, the modalities that each of them have, how you can use them, like ways to spice it up to use them. And then we are going to go over penis pumps on Wednesday, and then a penis pump toy on Thursday. And then no content on Friday because I'm taking the day off. But if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to just reply to this snap or DM me, and I will get to them at one point.
Thank you so much for listening to Smex Ed with Amanda. And some parting words for you today. Remember this: no matter how hard society pushes you down, no matter how many times you fall, as long as you get the fuck back up, they can never stop you. You are unfuckable with. You will win. Don't allow this world to dictate how you show up in it. Don't allow society to make you bend the knee. Instead, make them bend theirs. And don't forget, if you like what you heard, go on to iTunes and Spotify and leave your girl a review. Until next time, my beautiful people.